Creator Source, day two. First of all, I want to thank everyone who's part of this webinar series. And yeah, we did a great job yesterday. We're working very much with the genetic place, so your birthplace. For me, how the universe works, it's really, yeah, for me, important to be conscious of how our system works, conscious that I have a genetic place, conscious that my parents have a genetic place, my ancestors have a genetic place. I have direct connection with my higher self. My ancestors have direct connection with my higher self. And then the world around me and everybody else has a direct connection with the higher self and their genetics. This way, I can bring out the best in every interaction and everything I create and manifest in my life. So what I was doing yesterday was really setting up the genetics, because what if there's something out of alignment, it will affect us in our lives, and to make you as a clear vessel as possible to allow all the genetic imprints to be resolved by the higher selves of the ancestors. So I worked in a slightly different way than before, allowing the higher selves of the ancestors to do the work of what they brought into the system for them to clear it themselves, and then also for ourselves to clear our own topics within the system. So tonight's webinar, what I want to do is I want to bring in consciousness of how to be conscious about stepping into the new year, how to become more conscious about ourselves and how systems work. We all have a connection with source, with creation, and you can call it God consciousness. And it's like God consciousness for me, or creation for me, is a field of consciousness, which is not like tangible in a way, but it's intelligence. It's not physical, but it's intelligence. It's a frequency of creation. And everyone has access to that. It's within our cells, it's within the trees, with the plants around us, it's in the universe, it's in the stars. It's everything that brings that spark of life. It's like when a sperm fertilizes an egg, it's that creation field. So we all have access to that within us, and it's important not to forget that for me. And we can go into the new year first accessing that within ourselves and our cells, and to access it in the field around us. So in life, if we are aware that there's many aspects of us and there's many aspects of everybody else around us, and then you connect first with that part of creation within you, honoring your genetic place, you will bring something magical out in everything you do. Because then you're in creation, and that's the Fibonacci codes and it's God's fingerprint. So that is unique and is supporting us in everything that we do. Everything from creation. So if I'm starting a project from creation, I will create from that God state, that creator state, and I'll create something magnificent. If I'm interaction with somebody and I connect from creator to creator, even though we've our personality levels too, our wounds, our insecurities, our belief systems, our limiting belief systems, I also will bring out something magical from that relationship or friendship. So what I'm doing in this webinar this evening is to really, well, what we worked on yesterday was clearing limiting belief systems, to come out of limiting belief systems from the ancestors, from yourselves. Also, it was about disconnecting from where you gave your power away and reconnecting within the power within you and directly to your own channel, your own self, true self. And then this evening, what we're going to do is really connect, to feel, to activate within ourselves, within our bodies, source creation. And then really feeling it and becoming aware of it, becoming conscious of it. And I'm going to show you how to operate in your daily lives connected to this field, and then how to bring out the best in every project you're doing, in every interaction you're doing. Because this source creation is in everything. And if you honor that it's in everything, you will bring it out in every interaction, or you will be the magnet of more creation being drawn to you. Every time, for example, with the shell, the beauty of the shell, this is God's fingerprint. This is inside you. Now, every time we take a shift, like expand, because creation wants us to always to evolve and to expand, what it's doing is I get used to this pattern, okay? And see the brown parts as frozen topics. Now, I need life to open up the wounds. So life will open up the wounds. And then new levels of consciousness or light coming into the system will magnify what's in your system. So now you have to get used to that new level of consciousness within the physical body. First, you may want to jump out of the body, dissociate, but what creation is doing is helping you to evolve. So it's activating your topics, and then it's putting a magnifying glass onto you so you can become more conscious. Every time you release the density, the fears, especially from the system, the density, the mindsets, okay, the limiting belief systems, more of this can fill up with God consciousness, with creation, with source. So it means that you are attracting it to you more into your life. We're constantly going to attract this to us as well if we don't resolve it. So if I attract something to me, for me, it's important to address it, to allow creation to work with it. If I dissociate and pretend it's not there, I will keep drawing it to me because I am the magnet of it. If I want to create a project, for example, I will go into timeless space in the quantum field and open it up in my heart and connect it and then bring it into time and space. From time and space, I will draw that opportunity or that person to me, or I will be drawn to it. So I'm going to be working on sharing different keys of how to manifest, how to create, and how to be more balanced and centered as we go into the new year, so we can seize the opportunity of creation and expand and manifest as we're here to do. God's blueprint of creation is within every cell, every organ. It's within you. It's within your heart. It's within your projects. It's in your visions. Drop into it. I'm going to give you tools to drop into it, how to drop into it, and how to manifest it from that space in tonight's webinar. So I invite you to be part of this webinar. The webinars I do, they're an energetic shift, so it's happening on a very deep soul level. So it's okay if the mind is active. It's okay if you're not feeling it. It's okay. If the mind's active, it means that one of these is active, and one of the shadow parts is active, and it just spins. Be aware of it, and creation will do the rest. So I invite you to be part of the webinar, and there's a beautiful group there already. And we'll do this quantum jump together and become more conscious as we go into the new year, and that I don't have to repeat old cycles. I am aware of them. I know how to clear them. I know what they are. And my ancestors are all in the right place. I'm in the right place genetically, children too, as I move into the new year, honoring who I am in the genetic level and on a soul level. We're all creation and we're all connected to it, and we can all create from that field. So I'm wishing you all a beautiful new year if I don't see you at the webinar. And yeah, I invite you to be part of this webinar and this beautiful group who are working on themselves. And then as you transform yourself, the field around us transforms too. That's the beauty of this work. So if you want to change the world, change your own world inside, and then there's a ripple effect on the outside. Have a beautiful new year. Thank you.